Former Cowboys tight end Jay Novacek joining us now on Radio Row. It is day 5 of 5 on Radio Row. Armen and Levack, 104.5 the team. Jay Novacek, the only Cowboy hat and belt buckle that we've seen all week on Radio Row.
You're kidding me.
That's your bit every year, and it's not a bit. That's you. That's how you roll. No, I'm not kidding you.
Five days in a row.
Come on, that surprises you.
Still haven't seen a Cowboy hat.
No, you're the only one.
See, I was shocked by that. When I saw you, I realized, I was like, how many Cowboys are here? How many people from the South are here? And you're the only one repping the hat.
Wow. That's scary.
Doesn't surprise me. Is that not normal that when you're hanging out with NFL players, aren't you normally the only Cowboy hat and belt buckle?
Yeah, me and Walt, pretty much. That's why I like Walt. No, it's not because of his personality by any means. Yeah.
Jay Novacek, former Cowboys tight end. Hey, thanks for letting us borrow your boy this week,
Holy cow, you finally got him to work after 18 years.
We've been working his butt off,
That's awesome.
He fell asleep in the shower this morning.
No, that's a normal thing.
That's normal?
That's normal. Yeah.
That's like
we're sitting here. We're getting ready to come to Radio Row for the day.
We were late because he fell asleep in the shower.
Right. I'm like, this is weird. This kid's usually ready, like, snap of fingers. And he comes out. He's like, I fell asleep, hit my head. I'm all right, though.
He goes, hey, guys, I have a mild concussion. I fell asleep in the shower. And I go, is that because you've been working so hard? He goes, no, I do that a lot. What? How does that happen? Oh, man. So, Phoenix. It's raining outside.
Yeah, it happens.
But it beats snow in New York, which is what's happening in there right now. And Monday, we're going to get hit again. It's also raining inside, Jay, because if you look to your left, those are trash cans that are filling up with water.
Oh, cool.
Because the ceiling is leaking.
Sure enough.
And when we came in, all of our equipment was covered because it was raining on our table.
Did it ruin anything?
It didn't yet. I mean, we'll find out. We'll see if we're on the air until 7, but
it's completely excitement. It's drowned my work ethic. I just don't feel like doing anything anymore.
So what's up, man? How's everything?
Man, everything's going awesome.
Yeah.
Out here with the Legends program.
Yeah. Can you tell us about this was established about a year ago?
Year and a half.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beginning of last season, year before. There's a lot of benefits. There's a lot of things that the NFL does for retired players and current players also. And so they want to try to get as many players as they can that are former players that have played this game and kind of put them underneath the shield. It's amazing when I have an opportunity to go around and see other players. It's a fraternity. There's not many people that have been blessed enough to be able to put an NFL uniform on.
Right.
And, there's been things in the past that there's a lot of hardship between the players and the NFL, and it's not like that anymore. And we're trying to get the word out that there's some great things that the NFL is doing for us former players.
So as a former player and part of the Legends program, I guess I thought the Legends program, I thought you guys mentor current players and kind of keep an eye on, or what's the right way to say it? What's the relationship with the Legends like yourself that are in this Legends program at the NFL? What's your relationship with those that you keep in contact with? Is it a mentor thing? Is it just reaching out?
You mean the current players right now? It really isn't. It's we want them to kind of have an understanding what happens after they retire.
Okay.
So it's all about legends. You know what that means?
I know what a legend is.
Okay,
yeah.
That means that you're not playing anymore.
I got that.
Okay.
Thank you for confirming.
Yeah,
I
thought I'd throw that out there.
Thanks.
Jeff. What do you think?
I mean, it's hard to get some things through to him, but I think he's got you now. Well, when he first explained to me, guys under your wings now, and went, hey, this is what you do, this is what you don't do. If you could do that, is there anybody that you see and you go, that kid's a good kid, he just needs a quick slap upside the back of the head and some advice, and he could be fixed?
Well, you guys did that to my son, so I appreciate that. You guys are legends, obviously.
Yeah. You do know what a legend is. That's right.
I'd venture to say that you can go to about every team and find someone that not necessarily that you would want to do something like that with, but someone that would respect you in that incident. When I first started getting to know Des Bryant, he was one of them guys that he looked me in the eye. It was yes sir, no sir, and that was an immediate thing, which to me, I got more satisfaction out of that than anything that I can give to him. And, what a great individual, obviously a tremendous player. With Jason Witten is a completely different deal. Jason is sitting there picking my brain on how he can improve, and he's one of the best tight ends that's ever played the game. And he's saying, "Well, what do I need to do to get better, Jay?" People like that. That's what the fun part about it is when you've played previously, and these players look at you and respect you. And for me, I don't even understand why because of that.
Well, former Cowboys tight end Jay Novacek. I always tell Jay the story. One time I stood at a Walmart for 2.5 hours to get his autograph. Well worth it.
And then I probably turned your way, didn't I?
It got close. There were people behind me. It got really close. 2.5 hours is cutting it for you, isn't it? He's right on that line. That's a long time for you to be there.
That 2 hours with me around people, I mean, that doesn't happen very often.
That's dicey. Hey, you just brought up Des Bryant. We're dealing with kind of a similar situation on your home for New York sports with Odell Beckham Jr.
Okay, yeah.
And here we're on Radio Row yesterday, and Kurt Warner, Arizona Cardinal guy, has a huge crowd. Drew Brees has a huge crowd. Odell Beckham Jr. had a crowd that was twice the size. The amount of followers, the amount of people around him, it's crazy. We're concerned as media radio guys, how is this guy going to keep a straight head on his shoulders? I mean, if you have Odell Beckham Jr. in front of you and he's coming to you saying, how do I handle all this? How do you? I mean, I have no idea how to do it. When a football player gets that much attention at 22 years old, what do you tell the guy?
Let's go hunting.
Just get him out.
Get away from it everywhere.
That is what you do, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Have you taken Des hunting?
No, we haven't.
You got to do that.
That'd be interesting.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
I think a lot of that is just the background that you come up in, that you grow up in. I was very, very fortunate to grow up in a small town. Didn't have to worry about a lot of the peer pressure from everything else. To relay experiences like that, to tell them that I don't understand how you grew up, because I didn't grow up like you. But what we can do from here on out is how the rest of our lives are going to be portrayed, what we are going to be able to do for other people. That's why we are here on this earth. We're here to help other people. And so if you can get people to understand that, it doesn't have to be a daily deal, it doesn't have to be a weekly deal, but there is somebody out there that needs your help. And as long as you can kind of stay grounded and understand that eventually you're going to have to say something to somebody or help somebody out, and your past experiences are what is going to make it a positive influence on that person.
All right. It's not often you get a legendary tight end in front of you before a Super Bowl that's going to involve the tight end so importantly. What happens to happen for Rob Gronkowski to have the kind of game for the Pats to beat this defense of the Seattle Seahawks?
I think that with Gronk, his ability to do so many different things, I think patience is the main thing. I think we kind of saw that last week. They were shutting him down, but they're not going to keep shutting him down. And I think the patience is going to pay off. I think that's what both these teams, as far as being patient, they're both extremely patient. They wait for the other teams to make mistakes. And I think Brady said that earlier in the interview, that they're so well coached that they wait for the other team to make mistakes and they capitalize on that. Well, I think it's going to go all the way across the board on both sides of this. When Gronkowski's out there, he's going to have matchups eventually that will work in his favor. And with him, about every down is a good matchup to get him the ball. But they're wise. Both teams, they're coached well enough, they're wise enough that they aren't just going to go out there and force things. They're going to allow things to happen. It's a give and take offense. Both of them have give and take. They're going to take what the defense gives them.
Excellent.
Former Cowboys tight end Jay Novacek with us. I'm sure you don't have any opinion on the Des Bryant non-catch. Now, you're normally a cool, calm, collected guy. How were you when they went to commercial break and came back and said that Des Bryant did not catch the football?
Personally, what I think of myself first is someone who looks at these things and tries to be as honest as possible. And I'm obviously partial for the Cowboys, partial to Des, that whole thing. But when I saw that, I said, it's going to be hard, very hard, to overturn that it was not a catch, because it was called a catch on the field, and I said that I just don't see how that's going to happen.
Yeah.
You hear all the rules, you hear all this stuff, whether he made a football move, this, that, and the other thing. If you play the game or if you watch the game and you see these guys, especially lately, stretching the ball out to try to get a first down, to try to get extra yards, to try to get a touchdown, that's exactly what he did. Everyone, I would venture to say that of all the football players, everyone except maybe the Green Bay Packers would say that it was a catch.
Yeah.
And so, and I stand firm with that. I thought it was a catch. And it's unfortunate that it was the time of the game.
Right.
The great play and catch that he did make, to have it be up to the officials to decide that crucial part of the game.
I think we can all agree on that. The officials are deciding way too many games.
Yeah. And it's tough. Unfortunately, it's part of the game, though.
Right.
And you have to have that. But it just seems like on that one, if it would have happened at the beginning of the game, the first half, not so critical. But there at the end of the game, when it was such a critical part, and fourth down, I think it was about the only time Dez got man-to-man coverage with no help.
It couldn't have been more dramatic.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Why are you throwing? When I saw Tony throw it, I was like, oh, someone beat the guy really bad, But then I was like, oh, no, but it's Dez. And then, just the whole thing goes through your mind, and you watch that whole play. And
then somebody like yourself, close to Dez Bryant, I felt for him watching him on NFL Network go around the Cowboys locker room, grabbing every media member going, can someone tell me why that wasn't a catch? No one has told me why it wasn't a catch.
Yeah.
It just, you know his passion more than anyone, and I know it a little bit too, and I felt for him a little bit because, he talked about afterwards saying, I'm going to think about this the rest of my life, and he will. That will never leave that man. He will always think about that.
And with him, he will know what to do next time. He will know that
next time he catches the ball, you mean?
If there's a similar situation where he has himself in that position, he will understand what to do instead of what happened. Because the only thing that happened, nobody argues that he did not have control, just that when he stretched out, the ball hit the ground, popped up, and then hit the ground again.
Right. Former Cowboys tight end Jay Novacek, I know you turn into a pumpkin or something if the interviews go any longer than this. I'm honored and privileged you spent this much time with us, man. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely.
And thanks again for your boy as he's stealing. Look, we asked him to go get us food. Levack and I said, hey, we're really hungry, Blake, and he brings back one slider between the two of us.
Yeah.
Well, he told us don't get anything to eat because we're going to go get some gluten-free pizza. I haven't seen any.
Tell him about breakfast.
Oh,
no.
We're leaving, and he goes, listen, I know you guys are late because you're waiting for me, so you want eggs? What do you want? I'll pick it up on the way, and I'll make sure we get you taken care of. He comes here, he sits down, we go, there was no eggs? Huh?
Jay Novacek, man, seriously, thanks for letting us borrow Blake. He's been great, and appreciate you. If we can ever help you in any way, let us know.
You always do, Armen.
Thank you, guys.
It. Jeff, is an honor.
Thank you very much. Honor to meet you. I'm from Giants country.
I'm sorry.
But, I'm also a Raiders fan, so you can be double sorry.
Holy cow.
Right, but it's an honor to meet you.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, I'm trying to tell Jay, who's from country land, okay, Nebraska, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Obviously, I know it's hard to tell with the cowboy hat and belt buckle. He likes the country. I'm trying to tell him that Albany is country. Is Albany country?
Upstate New York is a lot more country.
There's a lot of country.
Upstate New York, yeah.
Where do you think we're at? I'm not in Rome. I'm in upstate New York.
Like Albany itself might frighten you a little bit, but you could walk 5 seconds and all of a sudden you're in a field.
We can go 10 minutes from our studio and we're in the country. Would you agree?
Yeah, our studio is in the country.
Yeah, we are. We're back in some
We're in the
woods.
Pine Bush Reserve. You're not even allowed to cut a tree down.
Can you see another building from your studio?
Maybe.
That means yes in my book, which means no, you're not in the country.
But you know what you can see? You can see about 4 deer in our parking lot at night.
Isn't that awesome?
You could take care of that problem in a heartbeat, couldn't you?
No, I love watching them.
They get stuck inside the fence, and then you got to try to find a way to scare them out the other side. They run back and forth and stare at you like dummies. But we see them trying to jump over the thing. You would never believe how country it really is in upstate New York.
I have hunted in upstate New York before, and there's some absolutely gorgeous country up there. And
how many Giants fans did you get?
Yeah, right.
Jay Novacek, man, love you guys in the family. Thank you, man.